Transportation Planning Manager for the City of Longview. This evening, I'm representing the Longview Metropolitan Planning Organization. It's a multi-agency group responsible for transportation planning in the greater Longview area. The planning area includes portions of Gregg, Harrison, and Upshur County, and the cities of Longview, White Oak, and Gladewater. It also includes cooperative planning with Longview Transit, the Texas Department of Transportation, and the Federal Highway Administration. Today, I'm presenting revisions to the 2019-2022 Transportation Improvement Program, which is a short-term transportation plan that identifies federal and state-funded highway, bicycle and pedestrian, bridges, pavement, and Longview Transit's public transportation projects to be constructed over the next 4 years. The first project revision is Phase 1 of FM 2275, or George Richey Rd. This phase has extents from Gilmer Road to Pine Tree Road and is expected to let for construction in 2021. This project includes widening from 2 to 4 lanes, center turn lane, and a combination of sidewalks, bike lanes, and a side path. Current authorized construction funding is $13.5 million. The previous approved phases for this project were construction and preliminary engineering. Today, I'm proposing to add the right-of-way phase to this project for a total of $9 million to allow TxDOT to move forward with acquisition and utilities. The second project revision is Phase 2 of the George Richey Widening Project. This phase has extents from Pine Tree Road to White Oak Road and is expected to let for construction in year 2022. It's also a widening from 2 to 4 lanes with a center turn lane, and it has a side path on the north side of the roadway. The current authorized construction funding is $13.5 million, and again, the previous approved phases of this project were construction and preliminary engineering. So I'm also proposing to add the right-of-way phase to this project for a total of $12 million to allow TxDOT to move forward with acquisition and utilities. Since 2016, 2 public meetings have been held to present alternatives for this project. The final recommended alignment was presented to the public for public comment at a hearing on February 28th of this year. Assuming that environmental clearance is received, the next steps would be right-of-way acquisitions and development of construction plans. Right-of-way acquisition is expected to begin this year in 2019. The next project is Phase 1 of FM 2206, or Harrison Road. This project is expected to let for construction this year, and it's a widening from 2 to 4 lanes with a center turn lane and will have sidewalks and a side path. The current authorized construction funding is $15.1 million. This project is exciting. It'll greatly improve the freight and mobility in and out of Longview and for commercial businesses and manufacturers along Fisher Road and Harrison Road. The total project cost for this project has been updated in the TIP. The next project is Phase 2 of this widening of Harrison Road. This extent is from Fisher Road to State Highway 42. This is also a widening from 2 to 4 lanes with a center turn lane, and current authorized construction funding is $13.5 million. This project has been moved to the grouped listing within our TIP to advance the project. Grouped projects provide an efficient and streamlined method of programming and implementing projects. The next project is a 2-mile extent of US 271, as shown in red on the slide. The extent of this portion is from the Smith County line to Loop 485, which is located south of Gladewater. This project is expected to let for construction in year 2022 and will be a widening from 2 to 4 lanes. This extent of US 271 has also been moved to the group's listing within our TIP to facilitate advancing the project. And current authorized construction funding is $22.7 million. TxDOT held a public meeting in Gladewater last year on October 23rd to present the recommended alternative for the full extent listed in gold on the slide. The MPO is also responsible for carrying out federally required performance-based planning processes in our planning documents. So TxDOT, in collaboration with MPO input, established statewide targets for 4 performance measure areas, as listed on the slide. That's for safety, pavement and bridge, system performance, and transit asset management. The Longview MPO we'll either establish our own targets or we'll decide to adopt TxDOT's statewide targets. So within this TIP update, within this TIP revision, I've included all of the targets that have been adopted by our MPO policy board to date. And the intent is to provide more transparency in the selection of our transportation projects and how we prioritize for those in the future. So a public comment and review period starts today and runs through April 19th. We welcome the public's comments, and you can either mail your comments to us, you can email us, or give us a call, and those will be included in the project. The Longview MPO Policy Board will consider approving the revisions to our Transportation Improvement Program when they next meet on April 24th at 2 p.m. The draft document is available online, and it's also at the Longview Public Library. If you're interested in viewing that document, you can go to longviewtexas.gov/MPO. Lastly, I wanted to talk about our upcoming open house this month. The Longview MPO is hosting this open house to seek input from the public on how to improve the greater Longview area's transportation system. The open house will be held at Mod Cobb Activity and Convention Center on Tuesday, April 23rd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And citizens will have an opportunity to learn more about the project, and they'll be able to share priorities on how to improve highways, Longview Transit service routes, freight movement, bicycle and pedestrian travel, and other transportation options. So for more information, we have a project website. It's longviewtexas.gov/mobility2045, and we hope to see you at the open house. Please visit our website and learn how you can get more involved today. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, great. Well, thank you for attending and your interest in transportation.